about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first is Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. We knew this game had the potential to have quite a few twists and turns, but maybe not on the very first play of the game.
And not only did they end up with an interception, they got an actual bonus, too. A nice return ends up setting them up first and goal. What a change and what a twist.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Going to give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Topper! Hey, wahoo!
Check nickel. Switch.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
On first down, Jamison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the set.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Switch. He's checking. Crash. Hatchet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
30 base.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Out.
Hey.
Go get him.
Shoot.
On 1st down, here's Love. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Guard.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Leo.
26, check 26.
On 3rd down, here's Love. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
56. Hey, watch the slant.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Keep playing hard.
22 jet bombers.
Woo! Let's get it.
On 2nd down, Jamison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
It's third and goal.
Ready.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
You're out.
Give me that ball, defense.
Hey, lock it.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch that. Check.
Fine.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block in and keep him from disrupting your offense.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
87. Hey, echo.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, seam 6.
Let's get in there.
Now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On the ready.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. He runs. Mike's 54.
Go. Deep river. Deep river.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to let this one go deep and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz is going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Sunday. Hey, we got 4 down.
Hey, Orbit.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Sunday. Hey, rip 5-2, come here. Hey, box drop.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
Now Wentz on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, kill him. Hey, forward toe, kill him.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. He's crashing.
Second and 11. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Set, ready? Head over. Greystone, travel.
First and 10 at the 26.
On first down, Jamison. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities.